Yeah, one second. Let me just make sure I've got my uh, things open. I've got character sheets open. Cool. Okay. So we last session we arrived at Bralazar. City's very much locked down. People being searched on arrival. City seems to have been attacked recently. People are wounded, and the walls show signs of damage. We're able to get into the town thanks to Lunara and Magnus being citizens. We head to speak to Ardeth at the Temple of Amata. He's super tired from taking care of a ton of refugees that seem to have come in from places attacked by Calatharius. Apparently, our warning of the plot on the princess was instrumental in securing her safety, and it's caused a ratcheting of security in its wake. Recently, the city was attacked by a tribe of nomads, including demons. They were able to fend off the attack, but barely. Things look bleak and are probably only going to get bleaker until we dispatch Calatharius. Lunara spends some time investigating the library while the others try and investigate the kidnap. Scratch that. Lunara leads the group to Happy Hogan's Desert Igloo to try and get some gossips that they can make a start with. Hogan's bar is relatively empty due to shortages. It seems the attack on the city was timed to coincide with the kidnap attempt. Maybe the Assassin's Guild is planning on taking matters into their own hands. Nothing concrete as yet, but there are rumblings. Lunara sends Quoth into the rafters upon arrival. He hears from a group of palace guards talking about the symbol. It seems like the cultists were more interested in that than the princess. He also overhears a group of merchants talking about transporting items to the desert and discussing how they're going to get their products out of Bralazar. They've heard rumours that there's a group of winged creatures to the north waiting for something. There's concern that they're going to start attacking main roads. Lunara goes to talk to the guard about the symbol. She chats him up relatively easily and finds out that he was apparently there when the last attempt on the princess happened. Apparently, the symbol is a family heirloom, but it's apparently broken. Among the people who tried to take the princess, one of them was cloaked and seemed to have scales. They didn't have a uniform, but they seemed to be attacking as a group either way. Our guard friend was warned by Azar al Kabar. We decided to try and follow the chain up and try and get access to the princess and maybe some kind of reward for our actions. It turns out Ardeth ran up to the first guard he could find and told him about the attempt on the princess. That turned out to be Azar. We head to Azar's house and convince him to get us a meeting with the guard captain, Tahar al-Deeb. After a few hours later, we're invited to the palace. Lunara spends the intervening time investigating the princess's symbol in the library. The princess's family has been tied to the ruling families for centuries. The crest is a palm. Her family was ruling the city at the time of Martek. Magnus talks to his contact and arranges for her to get citizenship. He also gets her to investigate the Assassin's Guild. Adriel/Gorm and Usmagaris wander the city a little and comfort/convert a ton of refugees. Adriel gets the feeling he's done this before. Usmagaris confirms this has happened before, but last time they died. We finally head to the palace and frantically attempt to look presentable. I've got a list of the dramatis personae in the palace. We arrive at the office of the guard captain, and Prince Hassan is there too, much to the surprise of Azar. We are able to convince him to some extent, and he gets Princess Shadalar to join us. We unite the two pieces of her necklace. Apparently, it's the key to get the weapon. It lies at the tomb of Martek. We'll need the remaining 2 gems before we can get there. Once we have them, the gems will open the tomb and the key will unlock the weapon. It's not magic, but it will complete the circuit. She insists with Prince Hassan that they must help us in any way they can. Martek left knowledge of the Sky Sea with her family and detail of the location of the Star Gem. Badar al-Marsak is an ancient crypt. It's been protected by Martek. It is a place of learning and knowledge that has been corrupted over the years. The princess suggests that the crypt is our next objective, as it will be easier than getting to the Sky Sea. The Sky Sea gem is within the cursed city. The people there never die. Martek's final act was to trap Calatharius in the star gems and scatter them for their protection. We think that assembling the 5 gems will show us the way to the tomb. The princess hands the key to Magnus for his safekeeping. The prince agrees to help us resupply for our trip out, and Magnus gets him to agree to promote Azar. We are Bunny Quotes lured into an alleyway and Bunny Quotes jumped, much to our lack of surprise. We end the session there, ready to fight next session. And I named that. I was torn between, like, sometimes your princess is in that castle, and we can show you the world. I kind of bent towards the second one.
I like it. All right, yeah, so we're kicking things off with a combat here. This
Mhm.
token here is, I forgot to switch out the picture. That is the woman. I just used the noble stat block for her.
Okay.
So that's the woman who lured you here. The people who are jumping you are the other ones that are not your characters. So
Okay.
I'm gonna play the music.
So she's question mark and innocent, or well, I guess we'll find
She
out. But
she told you to come around to the corner. She told you to come and follow her this way, and you guys
yeah,
followed her, and she sort of like dashed off, and these guys dashed out.
I remembered
yeah,
her saying something along the lines of like, "I had no choice. They threatened me."
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. She seemed
That's right.
apologetic. So
So let's roll some
So,
init.
am
And
I
get
really
party
on
started.
this water fountain or am I somewhere else?
Oh, sorry. No, you can sort of. I just always assume you guys are going to adjust yourselves, kind of what
Okay.
order you would be running out in.
I didn't remember.
Hmm.
Okay.
oof, Magnus, my dude.
I mean, that's what I expected.
The cleric
Uh,
initiative.
It's best to go last as a caster,
Well,
anyways.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm having some initiative issues. I'm gonna have to roll for them individually. Way?
Yes, give me a second. It seems like my token is still not linked to the new sheet.
Oh, for Pete's sake, really?
Well, it is, but it isn't at the same time. Like
Oh,
my health
this
isn't
the-
really like updating properly, but
yeah,
the
I have
rolls
the
are.
token from the previous sheet as well. I think. No,
The rolls are
no, I
fine,
have the
though.
token from some. Okay, mine is correct.
Weird.
Because you see, it says I'm injured. I changed it to
Oh,
Hmm.
you know what? There's something wrong with the API right now. That might be why it's showing you as injured. That's why I couldn't roll for the group. I'm just trying to restart the sandbox.
all right.
Oh, it didn't load up the API at all. It's not
Ah.
that the sandbox was broken, it just wasn't going.
Hmm.
Okay, that should fix itself in a second. In the meantime, let's do a sort Magnus. Holy pickles. There we go. API is up, and that fixed your health as well. Way, as per usual, you are up first. So to describe these guys to you, two of these guys look like palace guards.
Okay.
And the other guy is not a blue. I realize the picture is like blue tentacly dude. He is wearing some like black robes, and you recognize he's got a symbol on it that looks like the symbol of Zargon.
Oh, interesting. And we're fighting in kind of a parkish area because I got the impression we were like in an alleyway before.
No, you're at the side of the palace.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Oh boy. This is gonna be a little hard.
I guess he's not stood in the fountain either. Let me put him there.
Oh, wonderful. That makes things a lot easier. This guy's in robes?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna go for him first, because I don't like people in robes.
Okay.
If I may do that.
Yep.
And who's the noble?
That's the woman that lured you here.
Oh. That's a lot hairier than I remembered.
She's changed.
Okay. Sword.
Yeah, 20 will hit.
You know what's happening.
I do. 10 points of damage, and
And saves. You
Oh.
lucky. It's
But
okay.
he does take the force damage.
It is a strange thing. You do take the force damage.
Yeah, I guess it's a consolation prize. because you can only do it once a turn
Yeah.
now. So
Plus my wisdom, so 2. Take another 5 on top of that.
Okay. He reels back. Looks a little blurry, but not quite stunned. Shakes his head and kind of snarls at you and says, "Betrayer of gods!"
you haven't seen nothing yet.
Anything else, Way?
Yeah. Oh shit. That's the wrong. It's a 13 regardless. Did that hit?
A 13 will not hit. No.
Wonderful. And since I am surrounded at the moment, I am going to spend a key point for my bonus action, or discipline point, to patient defense,
Okay.
which
nice.
gives me disengage and dodge.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm just going to maneuver around a little bit, and that's it. I'm just using it for the dodge.
Hmm.
Come and get me, boys.
All right. I think. Yeah, this guy's gonna step forward to Magnus.
No, that isn't.
No, I'm not allowed to do that.
Sorry, no, I was muttering myself. Sorry, I do apologize.
I'm just using. This guy has a shield, a shield, and a spear, a spield, and he is going to attack Magnus 3 times, one-handed. 1, 2, 3. I think only the second attack hits,
Correct.
and that will be 11 points of piercing, Magnus. And he sort of bangs on his shield, and he says, "I've been looking forward to this." Well, his turn.
I mean, he looks like a palace guard, right?
He does.
I probably just go, same team, man, same team.
Apparently not.
She's gonna run over here. And her turn. This guy. You know what? I gotta do this. He's gonna come in here. To there. Oh, Magnus, you haven't gone yet, right?
No.
So he can go in here. Without provoking an opportunity attack. And he is coming for you, Lunara.
Not a fan of that.
3 times with his spear.
Oof,
Uh-oh.
yeah, they all hit.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's a casual 40 damage.
That's a lot of damage, I'm sorry. And I'm going to end his turn real quick. Lunara, save yourself.
Not a fan of this. So Nara is going to. I had a plan, but now that has to change. She is going to make use of the Blessing of the Raven Queen and teleport 30 as her bonus action. Yeah, we're going to teleport over this way. And she appears ghostly and has resistance to all damage until her next turn.
Nice.
And then what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Because I do not like that at all.
The dude you teleported away from looks very confused.
Good. Good stuff. 10-foot radius. Okay. We're going to use a 2nd level spell to cast Wither and Bloom.
Oh.
Let me get a 10-foot circle. That's not what we want it. There? Yeah, that'll do. I am going to upcast it to third, however.
Okay.
So let's put this in the. Just make sure it has the description when I cast it. Oh, seriously, attack. Oh, it doesn't even include the damage. Fuck's sake, fine, fuck you. I'll do this manually. So Wither and Bloom at third level. So it will be 3. It will be a con save. 3d6 necrotic damage. Can I put that so that includes all of them? Yes, I can. Yeah. So for both of them, con save 3d6 necrotic damage for the enemies. And Magnus can expend up to 2 hit dice to get some health back.
Cool.
Ooh.
Can
I
you
would
roll the
probably do
damage
that.
for me, please?
Yep, let me just double check that I got that right. Yes, 3d6. Oh, wow, that's a good use of dice. Oh, well. So 8 necrotic. Okay, fine. Half as much, so I'm going to take 4 each. Cool.
And a nice
and
chunk
then-
of healing to Magnus. Don't forget that.
Yeah. I mean, giving Magnus 11 hit points back is worth more than that 8 damage. in my
You
opinion.
got me back up to tip top, so I'm good.
Yeah. See, I can be a healer occasionally.
More efficient one than I am.
Yeah, it does cost a hit dice, so you're 2 down on your next rest, but we're in relative downtime anyway. So right, so that was an action. I bonus action to teleport away, so that is me done.
Oh boy. What did this guy say up here again when we started the fight? Something about gods? Disappointment.
Betrayer of gods,
Betrayer
I
of
believe.
gods, yeah.
Yeah.
Has Way stolen from you recently? Because that's the only betrayal I could see.
So yeah, I just look at him and I say, they have not betrayed me at all. And I'm gonna activate my radiant soul. My eyes glow and I start to float off the ground.
Awesome.
Lightning starts to arc around me as I fly up. I would say I'm gonna go up my full 30 feet.
Okay.
So I'll put it in that bubble. And then I'm going to quicken a spell using 2 sorcery points. And I'm going to cast... I'm going to cast my new spell. Cloud starts to swirl around this guy as I'm going to try to
Okay.
banish him.
Oh no, you did take
Oh,
damage.
nice.
Such a good spell. What's the save on that? Oh, there it is. Charisma saving throw.
Yeah.
Fails.
Bye.
As the clouds consume him and then vanish.
He
And then-
disappears.
1 down, a few more to go. I'll end my turn there.
Okay, my priest is going to ignore Way for the moment. And he is going to drop a 20-foot radius. Oh. I think it's 20-foot radius. 20-foot square on the ground that I can see.
He is casting a spell.
He is.
He is not.
Oh, are you counterspelling? You bitch. You need to do it's a spell check, please.
Okay, I will use my inspiration to do that with advantage.
Okay.
So it's a charisma check. I think it's my spell casting thing, isn't it? So yeah. 17.
Oh, that is more than enough. So he starts chanting and waving his arms about, and all of a sudden, from the ground, tentacles start to like pull up from the ground, looking reminiscent of Zargon's tentacles. But Lunar, you're able to, and you can describe how you counterspell, and it sort of forces the tentacles. They like creep back down into the ground, and
Yeah, I think Lunara like uses she just uses like a burst of shadow to like dismantle the threads of the spell he's trying to put together.
awesome. Okay, and that's gonna end his turn. Magnus.
For my action, I am going to channel divinity just to get the Twilight Sanctuary up. There we go. And oh, awesome. 2 plus my cleric
Wow.
level, which is
7?
6.
6?
Yeah, so 8 total. Everybody can get 8 temporary hit points if you're within 30 feet of me at the end of your turn. But
Oh, okay, good. Good to know.
bonus action, I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon, and I'm going to place it just behind this guy.
Nice. You can
Oh,
move that
terrible.
up.
All ones today,
Oof.
guys.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
all ones.
Do you have Adam's dice sitting near you?
No, they're all locked up, well away from my computer. And that's going to end my turn. So I will take my own temporary hit points.
All right. Wait.
Well, I want to continue beating down the egghead over here.
Okay.
Because why the hell not? He's a problem.
Beat up the nerd.
I'll attempt another one, just in case he tries to get smart again.
Okay. I'm just looking. He doesn't have a reaction, so he's going to take the 9 damage. And then he's got a con save to make. Oh no!
Yes. Yes,
He's
yes,
got
yes,
a
yes,
plus
yes. That's
3 to his
perfect.
con as well. Oh, he's
DC
stunned.
13. Hey. Forget, I get advantage now, right? Because it's done?
Yes, you do.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
It's 11. And you know what? Let's try to put him down a little bit quicker. Flurry of blows.
Okay.
At the crit and a 13, which is a miss, unfortunately. I'll take the crit, though.
All right.
Mm.
Like he hit twice.
Yeah, so that's 12 force.
Oof. Hurts.
I'm giving this guy concussion.
Yeah.
Ah, that's me.
Okay.
You guys are fine. You guys are
done.
fine over there.
Yeah.
Going so well for me in the beginning. Oh, that's me. I'm sitting here
Yep.
staring at this, going, whose character is that? Magnus, I guess this guy is just gonna keep going against you. So 3 one-handed spear attacks. Oh, there's my rolls.
2 hits.
18 piercing. I'll end his turn. She is going to run over here. And her turn. Oh, he is Banished.
Okay, so Lunara, now that she's got herself in a more comfortable position, a little sad that the cleric is stunned and can't experience what's going to happen next, but still going to do it anyway. Is going to, as a bonus action, I want to narrate this because this is a really cool feature that I've come up with a description. Is it a bonus action? Where's it gone? A bonus action. Yeah, cool. Okay, so she kind of extends her arm out in the direction of the cleric, and you kind of see her shadow underneath her, kind of flip around to point at him. And she gathers up some power, and you see her shadow at her feet start kind of boiling up out of the ground. And it coalesces into the shape of a large dog, like big dog, growling in the most like primordial, horrible sound you've ever heard. The kind of growl that starts in one throat and ends in another. As the Hound of Ill Omen stretches out of the ground, her shadow made manifest, and lunges at the cleric.
Awesome and terrifying.
And he is stunned, so the shadow has advantage, I believe.
Yep, correct. Oh, I forgot to make his aura.
So make sure I've done that right. Yep, I'll just do it on my turn. So it's going to lunge at his throat because it only knows one mode. That is a 24
24 is a hit.
for 11 points of piercing damage, and it must make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
I don't think there's any penalties on
me
being
just double
stunned
check.
for strength.
Automatically fails strength and dexterity, I think.
Oh, strength and
Automatic, yeah,
dexterity.
strength and dexterity. So yeah, he prone.
Awesome. Okay, so he's prone.
That cost me 3 sorcery points. And then, as her action, she is going to Eldritch Blast this guy. So let's take 2 shots. That should not be an advantage. I apologize, but that is still, I'm guessing, a hit.
23? Yes, it is.
6 force damage, and the second one is a 16.
That is a hit.
For an additional 10 force damage.
Nice. Oh!
And
sorry, I just need to fix that. That was way too many hit points I took away. I gave him 10 left instead of removing 10.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what he should look like.
Okay, right. And I think that's my turn.
Awesome, good turn.
I'm gonna send Quoth over to do the help action on this dude
On the
as well.
gladiator there?
Yeah, on the gladiator. So that is my turn done.
Okay. Adriel.
Alrighty. So I will, I guess, fly? How do I do the, that was wrong. I don't know what I just did. 5, 10, 15. I'm sorry, I'm having issues. There we go. 5. And I will cast a lightning bolt at this gladiator.
Okay.
Oof, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. Dex save.
Sucks to be you.
It does.
Like a big, massive lightning bolt out of my hands, right down on him.
Awesome. The Kraken priest way he can barely move, but he sort of sees this happening. And you hear him very softly because he can't really speak because he's stunned. But his lips sort of move a little bit, and you can make out he says, "Gorm."
Yeah, sure.
Then I'm going to spend 2 sorcery points, quicken a lightning spark at that guy that just said Gorm.
Awesome. Okay. And you'll have advantage on that because he is stunned.
Okay.
It's going to be straight, then, isn't it? Because
Oh,
he's prone as well.
Oh.
That's right.
Yeah.
Only a 10, I miss anyway.
No, 11. But,
11.
Strikes the ground beside him.
Putting a little fear into him.
Yeah, just sending a message.
That ends my turn.
He can't do anything. He lies on the ground and blinks. Agnes.
First off, don't forget Adriel and Lunara to add
yeah.
8 temporary
Oh,
hit
yes.
points to your
Thank you.
characters.
Thank you.
No problem.
I will do that. 8 to 10.
I-
Literally doubles my hit point amount.
It's probably overkill because I don't think the group needs it. What's the range? Sorry, I just gotta do some measuring. Okay. I'm going to move 5 feet and cast Bless on my 3 companions.
Thank you.
Nice.
I removed too many slots there. There we go. And bonus action, I'm just gonna swing the mace at Guardian. We'll see how that goes.
Sure.
Probably
I
not
think
great,
you will
but-
have advantage from the help action. Dude, I don't remember how the help action exactly works, but was my
Yeah, he
intent.
gets any
You're good.
attack roll, which I think the
Yeah.
mace would have. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. It's gonna be 2 1s coming right up, guys.
Don't call your shots like that. See, you're fine.
There you go, for 6 force damage.
Nice. Just need that
And-
little help from Quoth.
And
Yeah.
that will end my turn, and I'm gonna take my own temporary hit points.
Okay. And away you are up. Now I forget, does his stun end at the end of your turn or the beginning of your turn?
Well, let's scroll up
Um,
and see it again. And a start of my next turn. So he's no
Okay.
longer stunned.
but he is still prone. So
He is still
got that
prone.
going for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick the shit out of him. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Give him
Yeah.
the old dick twist.
You should be fine. Those both hit, obviously. 12 and
25 total.
13. How do you kill him?
Honestly, I guess I'll just plunge it through the back of his neck. My sword, not my.
And
Thank you for
as
stopping yourself
you-
there.
As you end him, my hound disappears. It dissipates and returns itself back to me. Becomes my shadow again.
Cool.
Wonderful. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a running start and jump kick this motherfucker in the head.
Okay.
I'm gonna spend another point for flurry.
Okay.
13 doesn't hit. I'm sure 24 does.
Sure does, yeah.
6
right.
force.
He does not see it coming. He's so focused on what's going on with Magnus and
just gonna
Adriel.
I'm gonna switch it to force damage now, just since most things are immune to are not resistant to force anyways. So.
Yeah.
The
Looks like
description,
a
that is.
good
That's me.
Okay, nice round.
Sorry, just a quick check. Chang, you did add Bless to your rolls, right?
Oh, did I?
Oh yeah, check your in your 13 because that might change.
14. I'm sure it does not.
It's not.
I tried. I did my part.
Yep, worth a try. And temporary hit points for Chang as well, I think.
Yes, you also get your 8 temporary hit points now.
Thanks.
Okay, he's gonna. I'm gonna do 2 of these attacks at Way, 1 at Magnus. So Way, these first 2 are at you.
I would
He
like
looks
to
around.
impose disadvantage on one of them with my protective
Okay.
fighting style.
Disadvantage on the first one here. Is a miss. Second one Way is a miss. Third one is at Magnus. Is a miss.
Heck yeah.
And he just kind of stands there with his shield and his spear. He's all alone at this point. And that will make it. Oh, sure. What is she gonna do? I think she's gonna slip away. This guy is in his second round and wherever you sent him.
Middle
Lunara
of
is
nowhere.
up.
Okay. So Lunara is going to Eldritch Blast this guy again, I think.
Okay.
So spells normal, blast, and blast. So a 13, but I think the 27 will do it.
27 will do it. There's nothing I can do to stop that.
Good stuff.
For 7. Alright. Good blasting.
Blasting. And then Quoth will do the help action again.
Okay.
And Lunara is going to just kind of move in this direction, just to kind of keep an eye on where the noble's going. The group's got this. Done.
I was going to ask too, is the noble on our side or is who is this person? I
Question
forget.
mark.
Question mark.
She's-
We're entirely
that's-
unsure at this point.
Yeah, so she told you, she kind of led you into this trap,
Oh,
but
this
she
is
also
the one.
said
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
yeah,
All right.
yeah, that's
I
her.
thought that person
I didn't make
ran.
a token.
Okay. I will. So I see Lenora has eyes on that one. I will just shoot. I mean, he's looking pretty bad, so I'll shoot a lightning spark at him.
Okay.
17, 18.
Yep. Oh, wait.
Yep.
Can I do the thing? Ah. Parried!
Melee attack?
It's a melee. Yeah,
Oh!
this isn't a melee.
Damn it! He brings up his shield and it bashes him in the face anyway, and he gets 12 lightning damage.
Okay.
Oh, he's still up.
He is still up.
I think they got it. So I'll stay where I'm at. And then my turn.
Oh, he's deceased. Magnus.
I am going to cast Sacred Flame.
Oh, he leaps into the flames.
Huzzah! Betrayer of gods, my ass. And then I follow it up with the good old spectral mace to the side of the head.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
You
All right.
had advantage on that, but I don't think you need it.
Well, you can check for the crit.
Yeah, we'll give it a go. See if I get the crit. I doubt it. No, there you go.
Worth a try.
And that is me. Again, if anybody needs temporary hit points, make sure you add them at the end of your turn. I don't think anybody took a hit. So
We haven't taken any damage since last, so
Yeah, this fight started off with you guys taking a heap of damage, and then
and then we took
it
over.
started to just bash in the sky. Speaking of which, away.
Okay. I'm sure a 20 and a 21 will hit.
Yeah, they will.
23 total.
How'd he kill him?
I stab him through the chest. Through the
Awesome.
back.
He looks down surprised as he sees his sword sticking out of his chest. And then he looks back up and says, "Galatharia, save me!" as he dies.
Far too late for that, buddy.
And the guy who's banished, he's gonna come back in a minute. I'm assuming you guys
He's
just wait for him to come
not.
back and
If we if you keep concentration on banishment for the whole minute, they don't come back.
only if
Yeah.
they go back to their home plane.
Yeah.
No, it's hang on.
It is. It's if they're from a different plane.
Ends before 1 minute, the target reappears in the space that's left or nearest occupied nearest occupied space. Otherwise, the target doesn't return.
That doesn't sound right.
Oh no, I see what you mean. Sorry, I see what you mean. I'm reading the last section wrong. Okay, yeah. I see.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
if
that's
if he's not
entirely
in this plane, you
institution of
send
not
him
being
back
native.
to where he is.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if he's native to this plane, he does come back.
Yeah.
So he's only been gone for 2 rounds at this point.
Mhm.
You guys have more than enough time to plan and prepare. I'm going to go ahead and assume that you basically are standing around him when he pops back into existence. So why don't you guys tell me what happens in that case? Do you just sort of like wail on him till he dies? Do you take him prisoner? What are your preferences there?
But we also have the noble running away.
Yeah.
Do you have the noble running away? Oops, that's not what I meant.
I'm probably gonna like catch up with the noble and talk to them. Up to you what you want to do about the guard.
I mean, I think we give him the chance to lay
Yeah.
down his arms, but if he doesn't, we just beat him down.
Yeah, well, I guess
Yeah.
we should surround him and then tell him you're all by yourself. If you don't.
Okay.
Put his colleagues' corpses next to him, so they're the first thing he sees when he comes back.
When he first appears, we just chuck the corpse of one of them and be like, "Here, catch."
Yeah.
It's such a Magnus thing to do.
Mm.
Okay, so let's start with him then. He reappears. I put him. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. He reappears. And he is there's a corpse at his feet. And he looks at all of you. You can see the dead bodies of his fallen comrades, and he does lay down his weapons and sort of put his hands up.
Oh man, now we have to take him back to the palace and get him like locked up and explain why there's 2 dead people out in the gardens.
Shouldn't be too difficult to explain.
Okay, and meanwhile, Lunara, you are chasing this woman who has sort of tried to sneak away.
Yeah, Quoth will be like following from like the top of the hedges and like,
Sure.
hey, so I have no mean reason to hurt you. I know you were just doing what they told you to do. You don't have to run away from me. I just want to talk to you.
She stops and she turns around. She looks terrified, and she says, I'm so sorry. I don't want all these terrible things to happen, but they give me no choice."
I understand. It's okay. Just talk to me. Like, if I wanted to hurt you, I would have done so long before now. Like, who were they? Who are they? What did they want? They didn't exactly give us time. They didn't exactly talk to us.
They have not told me very much.
Mm-hmm.
And not one of them, and they know that. They just they've been blackmailing me, and they said that if I didn't help them, they would well, it doesn't matter now. But they have been trying to kidnap the princess. They want something that she has. I don't want to help them.
That's okay. Okay, that's what she looks like. Well, I know you did what you had to do. It's okay. It is a-okay. She's going to reach into her bag and basically give the woman like 10 gold, I guess, and just say, look, no hard feelings. You did what you had to do. I am no stranger to doing what I have to do. Like, get yourself away from here.
She sort of looks at you like you're a bit crazy when you offer her the gold, and she says, I have no need of that. And I can't leave here.
Why can you not leave?
I belong to the Sultan.
You belong to the Sultan. Interesting. He does he know anything about this?
He doesn't know. No, you can't tell him.
Well, he's
I'm his
gonna.
favorite. He
I mean, you
trusts
don't.
me.
He doesn't have to know you're involved, but you need to keep away from these people if there's more of them. Like,
I
we're
can't
going
leave.
to
The
deliver.
Sultan will hunt me down.
You don't have to leave the Sultan. Just leave this. Like, keep as far away from this gang as possible.
I have been trying, believe me, but they know my secrets.
Interesting. Well, we are going to present their bodies to the prince and his security, and I guess hand the matter over to them. I am not going to mention that you're involved. You don't
Thank
have to
you.
worry about that.
Thank you.
Just,
I will
yeah,
I'll do my best to stay away from these people as much as I can.
please do. Keep yourself safe.
And she nods, and she sort of, if you have nothing more to say to her, she'll sort of run off into the palace.
Yep. No, that's okay.
Okay. Let's just take like a 30-second break so that I can pour my coffee because I think it's finally finished. My coffee machine is currently taking like 40 minutes to brew coffee.
Oof. Sure.
So I need a cup because I haven't had one yet this morning. So just give me like 2 minutes, and
Yep.
I'll be right back.
Sure. Gonna update my notes.
Lunara, you're so trusting.
I have no reason not to be in this circumstance.
I mean, she led us into a trap. Even if she
Yeah.
said afterwards that it was like, I had no choice. Like, oh, I mean, sure, but
She also, like, if she wanted any involvement in this, she could have, like, attacked us in any way, shape, or form. She just
that
ran.
wouldn't have been
I
a
don't
smart
blame her.
move, though. Did you see her? What
No.
was she going to attack us with? Her hair?
I mean,
Bayonetta
maybe.
over here.
Yeah, no, I know when an innocent person when I see one. At least I'm pretty sure.
Hate to see what's going to happen to her when we deliver this living guard back and they torture information out of him.
Yeah, that is slightly worrying. But that's not something we can do anything about.
That's not entirely true. We could be morally corrupt and just kill the guy before we bring him.
The thought has crossed my mind, but I don't think that's something I want to do. Well, he's more useful alive, surely.
More useful to us, but definitely more dangerous to her.
Yeah.
So you have to weigh, like, how much is the health of that innocent worth to Lunara? To Magnus, not much, because he doesn't believe she's innocent, but...
I'll probably do it when Kirsty's back, do an insight, and then make a decision from there. Welcome back.
Thanks. I feel better now. I've had my first sip.
Good. Could I do an insight on the woman, just like bit of a retcon from that conversation, but just how much Linara believes that she's entirely innocent in this?
Sure, go ahead.
I've been working on the thingy, but I've not. I realize I should really have rolled that insight.
She definitely looked scared. She looked as scared of the thought of joining the Sultan of the Sultan knowing as she did of them knowing her secret, whatever that is. She also I mean, you know she's holding something back from you. She's told you that they know something about her, and she hasn't told you what that is. So you do know that there are
Okay.
secrets she is keeping. Um, so yeah, you don't feel like anything she has said is a particular lie, but you also get the vibe that there is a bit more to the story.
Right. I guess maybe we tell, like, obviously, I'm not gonna describe her entirely. I don't recommend we describe her entirely to the guard, but I do recommend we say that, like, um, there was a woman, possibly. Well, she seemed like she belonged in the palace grounds, and it seemed like she was being blackmailed by the gang, or she told us she's been blackmailed by the gang. I guess just relay that to them rather than letting them find
Do
out by
we know?
torture who it was.
Do we know what gang it is?
Nope.
We don't.
Okay.
That's what we've got our friend here for.
Right. Well, I guess let's drag the living guy back towards the palace.
Yeah.
I just
We'll
want to make
let
sure.
them pick up the corpses.
Do we have Seb and Chang back as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So you pick up the corpses, you march the captured guy, and you guys head back
Yep.
to the palace. Well, you are at the
Yep.
palace. You head back around the corner to the front of the palace.
Yeah. And tell him like your quality of life depends entirely on your corporation at this point. Not that you aren't aware of that already, but just to press that to you.
He nods and says, "Yes, I'm aware of what will happen to me." And you guys, so do you go? You had been speaking with the captain of the guard previously. Do you go back to speaking with him?
I think that's who we go to. I think that's probably the best choice.
Okay.
And
I
one
think
more
that's where
thing.
we
These guys tried to kill us.
start. I was gonna say, I
Yeah.
think we start with him, but maybe we want the princess there because, like, I don't know how much I trust the captain of the guard.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We're pretty sure they were involved in kidnapping the princess, so the captain of the guard's going to be hella interested in this.
So you go and you speak with the captain of the guard, which I believe was this guy here.
What was his name?
Part of why Magnus doesn't trust him, can't see his face.
Tahar Aldib, captain of the guard.
Yes. That's the right picture, though, right? I forget which picture.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. So you head on over to the guard area where you were before, and inside to Harald Deep. I mean, it hasn't been that long. He is still there, and he sees you, and he looks at the person dressed as a palace guard, and his eyes sort of narrow, and he says, "I don't recognize you."
That's because he's not one of your guards.
Ah, you've brought me an imposter. You've only been at the palace for 5 minutes, it seems, and you're already proving yourselves useful.
He tried to kill us, along with his two friends here. Gestures to the two bodies being dragged in.
You see his eyebrows sort of raises, and he says, "Most impressive."
They had a woman with them. Seemed high status. Tried to lure us into a trap, basically. Didn't work out for them.
A woman who is on their side and in the palace grounds. Did you get her name?
I did not. She told us that she'd been blackmailed by them into assisting them. She didn't seem particularly happy to be there. Let's put it like that.
Still sounds as though she may be a security risk. What did she look like?
Lunara will give a rough description, like the vaguest description she can.
Okay.
She does not feel good about ratting this person out, but
He doesn't seem to have put a face to the name that you have
Mhm.
in your description. And he says, "Tell me, why would these people wish to kill you? Is it the matter that we discussed earlier today?"
They did mention, well, I believe it is also to point out that the cleric guy here has a sign of one of the adversary deities, Zargon, who we happened to capture. So clearly some kind of revenge attempt. We also think they may have been involved in the attempted kidnap of your ladyship.
Ah, interesting. Well, I will take these bodies and see if I can find any information from them, and then give them the burial they deserve. And
Yep.
as for this one that is alive, perhaps we should bring him before the sheik.
Sure, do whatever you need to do.
You would permit before you dispose of these bodies, would you mind if we have a rifle through their pockets, see if there's any information that could be gleaned?
Yes, that might be an idea.
Of course. Proceed.
I will give guidance to whoever wants to rifle through dead people's pockets.
Yeah, Lunara's not particularly squeamish. She'll have a look through.
Okay, Leonard, go ahead, give me an investigation with advantage. No, with advantage, because you're getting help.
Okay. Advantage, investigation plus guidance. 25.
The two guards, when you the guards' uniforms that they seem to be wearing, seem like legit. They must have stolen them from somewhere or acquired them somehow. They're
Okay.
decent quality. They're not just sort of something that someone's sewn up to look like a guard's costume. They look like they actually are guards' costumes. The other thing is that the priest of Zargon,
Mhm.
he has the symbol of Zargon, tattooed over his body.
Mhm.
But in amidst that, you see that there are some newer tattoos that have been added that have the name Calatharius in the old
Mhm.
script written in there. So you think that perhaps his worship has transferred somewhat.
Sure. Okay. Okay, it seems like, yeah, I mentioned that it looks like the cult of Zargon has latched onto Calatharius instead now.
Inconvenient. If these guard uniforms do seem legit, Magnus will suggest to the captain of the guard, like, perhaps it's time to incorporate a piece of colored fabric that changes weekly and somewhere inconspicuous on the guards, but still visible, like, sticking out from under the elbow plate of the armor or something. Add that to all the guards that you trust, and then you'll be able to spot intruders because they won't have it, or it won't be the correct
Mm.
color for the week.
That is an interesting idea, and one I will certainly take under advisement. I think we can get something like that together, yes.
Okay, and
Right.
do they
Well,
have
let's go.
anything? Does he have
I was gonna say,
any items of use, or is it literally just like a
No,
holy symbol and?
yeah, nothing else. His holy symbol is literally tattooed onto his body.
Right.
You get the idea that these guys were like, in case we get captured, we're not taking anything with us kind of idea.
Fair
to be
enough.
honest, clerics don't carry anything useful other than cigarettes, anyways.
Did he have any cigarettes?
No cigarettes. Not a smoker.
Oh, wow. Knew he didn't trust him.
Explains why he went down so quick.
The guard takes the live prisoner and says, "Come, she'll come before the Sikh." And he grabs this guy and starts heading further up into the palace. And he says, "You lot follow." And you're led through the courtyard into the palace proper. I don't have any palace interior pictures, so we're going to stick with this outside one. It's as opulent on the inside as it is on the outside. It is it's kind of gross because of how not like this things are in the city.
Sure, opulence and yeah.
Yeah, there's and like the water everywhere when there's people out there that are literally rationing it out. And they've got it just sitting out in pools here that they refill because the desert heat dries it up. Like it's crazy. Lots of money obviously here. And just a different way of living entirely. And so inside the palace is no different. There are like gold inlays in the walls and beautiful paintings and beautiful tapestries and floors made of marble to keep the whole palace cool. And you're sort of led into it's not like a ballroom or a throne room. It's more like a sitting room. And there you see is Sheikh Kassam Arslan. Arslan, I guess. And he is sitting, and sitting at his feet is the woman from earlier. And she's holding a bowl of grapes. And he's plucking grapes from her hands. And every once in a while, he sort of reaches down and sort of puts his hand on her head in a gesture of kind of affection, but it also weirdly looks like he's petting a dog. And sitting with him, or sort of across from him, is another person who, sorry, this image is so small. But this is another of the Sikh's sons. That you would recognize him as Prince Chorus. And he is
Prince Chorus, the younger twin.
The younger twin, exactly. And so they sort of seem to be having a disagreement of sorts as you enter the room. They are talking softly, so you can't overhear what they are saying, and they cease speaking when you come in. But there's a tension in the room as you enter. And the captain, Tahir, comes in and says, "My liege, we have these people have found a traitor in our midst." And the woman who is sitting at the Sikh's feet, her eyes sort of flicker up towards you guys and then flick down to the floor. And you can see that she's gone really tense. But other than that, has not given herself away. And Tahir says, this traitor is one of the people involved in the capture of the princess, or the attempted capture of the princess, and he tried to kill your guests. They managed to kill 2 of his compatriots. What would you have us do with them? And sort of the Sikh sort of leans back in his chair and he says, "I am growing very tired of all of these attempts. Well done for stopping this, and for ridding us of 2 of these filthy vermin who must be extinguished from Bralazar." I wish to know... Sorry, yes, go ahead.
Sorry, can I make an insight check to see if, when he said, I'm tired of these attempts, did he actually mean, why doesn't it ever just work?
Go ahead, make me an insight check. He seems he does seem put out, frustrated. But you do get the idea that he wants these attempts to stop, not that he wants them to succeed.
Oh, okay. It's just the way he worded it. I was like, what?
We need to have better kidnappers.
Why did I hire such good guards?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was I thinking?
I've clearly over-engineered.
So he says, tell me, why do you think that they were after you? I understand why they might go for someone of royal blood, but what makes you important?
Your Majesty, I believe the cleric, she kind of taps him with her foot, was
Oh, they don't
formerly
bring. Sorry, he doesn't bring the dead
Oh,
bodies to the Sieg.
okay.
He just tells them.
Sure, that makes sense. Their compatriot was a cleric, formerly of a deity named Zargon, who was to be frank, a piece of shit, who we are responsible for imprisoning. They are now cultists of the Calatharius, who we are also involved in trying to imprison.
When you say the word Calatharius, he sort of spits on the floor, and he says, "That creature that plagues our walls."
Indeed, the same.
Tell me, you have captured this Zargon. Do you think you can do the same with this Calatharius?
Or die trying.
I respect that. And he turns to his son, and he says, "See, that is what it is like to have a purpose and a goal in life. You could learn from this."
Oof.
And his son just sort of like you could practically hear him gritting his teeth.
Yeah.
Magnus
Lunara gives him a
narrows his
slightly
eyes.
apologetic look.
Magnus is going to narrow his eyes at the prince to kind of like study him more. Does he recognize him from the chariot races at all?
Oh, interesting. Give me an insight check, please.
I have advantage because I'm at the chariot races all the
Yes, you can.
time. Yes.
Ooh, you're right there.
Yeah, Magnus, you've seen this guy before. He hasn't participated in the chariot races, but you've seen him placing wagers on them. You've also seen him just like around watching them. Always, never dressed as he is now, though. Always dressed much more simply.
I mean, it was a safe guess. You know, a rich second son, definitely going to have dalliances with dangerous things.
Right?
Yeah, Lunara gives him a kind of slightly apologetic look at being used like that.
He very much looks down his nose at you.
Yeah, fuck you then.
So the Sikh says, I shall Tahir, you shall take this man, you shall string him up in the courtyard and show him as a punishment for what we will do to traitors. And he says, "This is my judgment." And you have impressed me. He sort of says, looking at the group of you, and he says, "Tell them, allow them entrance into the royal vault where they may choose one item each."
Hell yeah. Thank
And
you.
he,
That is most
and he
generous.
says, "I reward people in my kingdom who are noble and brave and strong and have a purpose in life." He looks at his son again.
Lunara because he looked down his nose at us last time. Lunara now smirks at him. You had a chance, boy.
And so with that, you are sort of dismissed from the Sikh's presence. And the Tahir says, he has been most generous.
He has.
It is not often people are permitted into the royal vaults, much less be permitted to take an item. I suggest you choose wisely. There are things of great power inside of there. And you are led down to the royal vaults, where you may choose something from a magic item table.
Oh, there better be wool socks of protection on there.
I just have to
Hopefully
look
there's-
at which one you're allowed.
Yeah, I guess as we're leaving that room, I kind of lean over to Lunara and go, so did we actually want any information from that living guy before he gets strung up in the border?
I mean, it might be worth if we say to the guard, the captain of the guard, or whichever. I assume the captain of the guard is here too. Am I correct in that?
The guard is with you, yes.
Right. Say that, like, I assume you're still going to be able to interrogate him before he's strung up, because information would be useful. Who they are, how many of them there are.
I hope there's a staff of the
We-
Magi in there.
So I was going to say any item from table A, B, C, D, E, or F.
Oh.
Magic. Okay, I need to have a look at the magic item tables.
And you
Okay.
can find the magic item tables in our compendium. You do not have to make this choice today. You can look it up later and take your time deciding.
I'm sorry, which ones again?
A through F.
Okay. It's a lot.
Are they in our? How do we find them on the compendium?
So in the compendium, you click on the journal, just type in magic item table.
Magic item table.
Ooh, a drift globe.
Sure.
I'm like-
Oh, okay.
Oh man, come on. We're in the desert. We definitely need dust of dryness.
Okay, I will have a look through those.
Yeah, once we leave the palace and are out of earshot of anybody who might be associated with the palace, I will say to the group, like, I have another theory on why we were attacked, and it has to do with this. And I pull out the little palm medallion that we have now.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was the case, but it wasn't something I wanted to mention. In the
No,
presence.
I think the less people that know that we have it, the better. But I'm also
Yeah.
concerned that maybe they are tracking it somehow.
Do we maybe want to put it in my bag of holding so that it's not trackable?
That is a good idea. I think I think that might be the best idea because you're probably the one most likely to be able to escape if things go very badly.
Yeah, I've kind of built with the idea of being able to escape in mind, so
So
Yeah,
yeah, I think if things go real sideways, your job is to leave with this thing.
sure. So this is the palm necklace. What do I call this exactly, Kirsty? What's the best?
Palm symbol necklace is fine.
Palm symbol. Okay. I'll put it in like a little bag or something just to keep it discreet and together. And I will mark that as an important item.
And the skull's not still in that bag, right? Because if he is, you take him out right now.
Yeah, I think he is in the bag, but yes, I'll take him out and put him on my shoulder.
Hey guys, thanks for taking me out of the bag.
Yeah, don't
To put some back, yeah.
Wait, no, don't put me back. I'll be useful this time.
Okay. You
Don't
have
need you to
one
be
chance.
Don't really need you to be useful. They need you to be quiet. Aye.
I can't promise that.
Back in you go.
Yeah, you
Okay,
can-
I'll be quiet.
I'm gonna start shoving him back. Sorry. Excuse me, Luna.
Abduction!
It's all right. Okay, he can stay out for the moment. The minute you get annoying, you go back in the bag. Do we have a deal?
Okay. Yeah, deal. Not annoying. Got
Good
it.
choice.
I can totally be not annoying.
Can you though?
Yeah, I'm great at it. I'm fantastic at being not annoying. Really good. You'll see. You'll see how good I am. Yeah, I got this. I got this handled. Totally.
Okay.
So what are we doing, guys?
Killing your
what are we doing?
boss.
You're my boss, boss.
No, I mean, let's be honest. We all know we're not your boss.
You're right.
The guy you secretly send messages to. Yeah, we're gonna try and kill him. That's what we're doing.
I don't do it secretly. I do it way out in the open.
Yeah.
So we're gonna
Yeah, you're
lose this
gonna
guy in
die.
like a ditch somewhere, right?
Yeah. Next.
I'd be okay with that.
next
Maybe someone
extra
cool and
extra
pick me
dimensional hole I can put him in.
Oh, you guys
Oh,
are
wait,
the worst.
let's see if maybe we got something really useful from that vault, like
Hmm.
another bag of holding.
There is a bag of
Something
holding
fancy.
on table A. Someone can
Yeah.
grab if they want to. But yeah, I'm gonna think about it for next time.
Yeah, this is gonna be a between session choice, I think.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Too many options.
Hmm.
All right.
We
Man,
need
I
to
really wish we had a place we could dump this guy so we could do some stuff without him gathering a whole bunch of information.
Hmm.
Ha, too bad you don't have any friends.
We could just strap him to a camel and then launch the camel outside of the
The problem is-
grounds.
There's a chance that Caltharius finds that camel, and then
And then
Yeah,
has a really
just,
irritating talking skull screaming in his
Yeah.
ear of the rest of his life. Yeah.
Just bury him.
I'm
or it could just go back in the bag of holding.
Just
Wait,
dig a
you
hole.
brought me out of the bag for a reason.
True, but we're not certain we actually need you out of the bag.
Remember, I know things. I have knowledge. I'm useful.
I know.
Plus, you got any dead bodies? I could raise them. Have some little
that's
zombies
kind of-
being your servants. Yay!
That's kind of icky, though. I don't really like that very much.
Oh, it's fine. You just put like little smelling salts on your nose, and you don't smell them after a while.
Okay. You go back in the bag for now.
Darn it!
Bye.
Back in the bag he goes.
Okay, so
You hear, ooh, shiny.
you stay the hell away from everything in there. Which you should do because because they're in an extra dimensional space, there's no guarantee they're all that close to each other. In theory, anyway.
Magnus doesn't know how it works. That's why he was concerned about it.
Mm,
I just don't want him eating things that are important.
yeah. In magical question is that he can't actually access the other things that are in the bag of holding, right?
I think
Kirsty?
technically they're all in the same pocket dimension.
Because it does have a
Hmm.
size.
Yeah, true. Well, it has a
Yeah.
weight limit, doesn't it?
Is it 4 feet by 4 feet or something like that?
Yeah, there's a.
4 feet deep.
Actually, maybe we give our skull friend to your master. I don't know if that might excessively piss him off, but maybe
I mean,
he can.
you haven't seen my master talk really, so I think he'd
Mm.
give the skull a run for his money.
Sounds fun to me. Like, give him to your master and see if there's anything he can glean from the skull. Like, let him do the research side of things while we're off and unbothered by him.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
guess we'll stop
So
by the temple again and
Yeah.
drop him off.
yeah,
Okay.
and we need to
So entering
prep
back into
for our journey up.
Bralazar
Yeah.
is a little bit of a. I guess you guys are over here. It's a little bit like re-entering the real world after you've been
Yeah.
somewhere else. You know, when you've been in the movies and you sort of like step outside and it's bright, and all of a sudden you live in a world where like explosions aren't happening every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of vibe. It was such a different world that you were in, and then back on the streets of Bralazar, there's all these people, there's all these refugees. It's packed, it's noisy, it's dusty, it's dirty, and it's a real difference from where you just were, and it's sort of just coming out of it. You really get that slap in the face once again. But this also feels a little bit more like home, probably, to the rest of you than all the crazy palace stuff did. Nice hotel but not necessarily where you'd want to live.
Yeah.
And you guys are heading right down to the temple.
Yeah.
So you do so. You go to the temple, and of course, there's still sort of refugees that are being fed and cared for. They've got, as I described last time, they've kind of got like a care system going to help look after some of these people that have come in. And this time, Magnus, your mentor is he's sort of sitting there, and he's got like a circle of sort of kids around him, and he's telling a story, and he's got a couple of puppets out, and he's doing like a little puppet show. And when he sees you, he like turns like beet red, like, I can't believe you just caught me doing this kind of thing. And he says, I will finish the story later, children. And he puts the puppets away and comes striding over to you, kind of like, yes, Magnus, I was expecting to see you back again so soon. How can I help you? What's going on?
You look like you were having more fun doing that than the kids were.
The kids are what, are you sure you didn't need something?
Well, actually, I have something to give you, but maybe we should do that in the back.
Right. To the back it is. And he heads to the back. You go back into his little private area, into his study. And
and then I'm assuming Lunara will pull it out of the bag of holding.
Yep, I'll pull out.
Magnus knows better than to rummage around with the purse.
Yeah,
be there for days. He wouldn't find anything.
Pull out the skull. I mean, it is a bag of holding. You're not going to find anything. So yeah, she'll pull out the skull and kind of hand him over.
Okay. Yeah. Immediately, Gareth starts, talking up a storm, and it's all a little bit much, maybe. Ardith is sort of like, this is what you want me to. What do you want me to do with this exactly?
Take it off our hands, because I don't want it anymore. He has a tendency to try to make you afraid of him, but I mean, you're a cleric. You got ways around it, I'm sure.
He's like, yes, I know how to deal with the undead, and he sort of like taps the skull on the side of the head, and Garrett's like, don't do that.
We believe he has the ability to contact Calatharius, and has been used
once a month,
as
I think.
sending. Yeah, has been used as like a sending thing. So yeah, it might be worth seeing what information you can glean out of him.
Interesting. You're like a strange little artifact. He's sort of like picking up the skull and turning it around, and Garrett's like,
strange is the right term.
He also seems pretty indestructible. I smashed him into a wall a few times and it didn't do anything.
Well, I think you'd have to get rid of the spell first, but how? When he's sort of turning it around in his hands, Garrett's trying to bite him. Put me down! No worries. I shall take good care of this and make sure he's kept in a box where he cannot see or hear anything that we do not want divulged to the great demon.
Yeah, extra dimensional storage is useful.
Ah, good idea.
Right. Well, I mean, that was pretty much it. I guess you can go back to the puppet show. Which story was it this time?
The kids really like them, and they get so little pleasured.
Yeah, no judgment here.
Slight amount of judgment here. I mean, you could have at least used a new sock.
He says, "Well, it was the first one I did was improv, and then the kids now think that the sock's name is Magnus, and it's a whole thing."
Magnus probably blushes at that.
Lunara has the biggest smirk.
Yes, he says Magnus is a foolish child who gets into trouble and learns life lessons that Ilmater teaches him.
Oh, who does that sound like?
I certainly learned a few life lessons. All right, I guess
Well, be gone with you. Good luck.
I think I have one stop left to make in the town before we hit the road. I gotta go meet with what's her name? Otto, I think. Oto.
Oto?
About any information she might have learned about the assassins. I don't even know if it's been a day yet. I don't think it has, but
I think it's been a while. We could say it's been a day. You guys have done a lot. Okay, so Magnus wants to stop by Oto's. Anybody else want to do anything while they are in Bralazar? Are you guys heading there with him?
I can't think of anything else I want to do.
I can't either. Not at the moment.
Okay. So, to Oto's it is. She is here. And, oh yeah, did you guys want to take a break?
Yeah, I think that might be a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry, I
of
just
course,
realized
yeah.
what time it is. Let's take our 10 here, and
Okay.
we will meet back.
sounds good.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for the reminder, Seb. we are heading over to oh my goodness, I've forgotten her name already. Othlo?
Otol's.
Otol.
OTOL.
That's it. To Odal's house, number 19 on the map. Go down over here. So you guys head on over, and when you get there, Odal has a black eye, and she's kind of got like a piece of meat. I would say steak, but it doesn't look like steak. And let's face it, she can't afford steak. So she's got something up against her eye anyway. She's kind of holding it there, and she's sitting in a chair, and she's got a beer cracked. And when she sees you, Magnus, she kind of like gives you a nod and says, "More beer over there in the cooler." And Magnus, you know, she's got like a little like storage box that has some brown mold in it just to keep things cool.
I mean, yeah, Magnus is definitely going to help himself, and whoever else wants to is welcome to, I suppose. All right, first thing on the docket, are you a citizen now?
I am! Thank you.
Yeah,
I
okay.
bribed the right people. I am now a citizen. They can't kick me out. I really cannot tell you how much that means to me.
Good. You know, citizens can go to the guards when they get beaten up.
He kind of looks at you and was like, I forgot that was a choice. But no, I didn't want to do that anyway because it was kind of when I was talking with people and I didn't want to, you know, stir the pot. It's fine. I gave better than I got. Don't worry. You should see the other guy.
Yep, Magnus will crack his beer and have a seat, and she'll be like, "And what did you learn? Other than you can give as good as you get, I guess."
Okay, well, it's a mess. I can tell you that. Everyone seems to be looking out for themselves, and it means that there's a lot of people who are saying one thing and doing another. The Assassin's Guild is basically just... it's a shit show in there right now. They're just taking any job they feel like it, and there's a lot of jobs on the table. They're working all sides. The Slavers Guild is using the fact that all these refugees are coming in to find people. So there's a lot of refugees that are just getting sold right into slavery. Which is how the Black Eye happened. We got into a little bit of an argument about the ethics of that, but it's fine. I could also tell you that this, I don't know if you want to call it a cult or just people who are idiots. These people worshiping this devil thing that's prancing about the desert. They're everywhere. I don't know if they were there first or if he has influenced them and they're there now. But I wouldn't trust anybody. Hell, I barely trust you guys. It seems like he's infiltrated into everything. He's it's not good.
Do they have a place that they seem to be meeting to worship or discuss?
That's the problem. They don't seem to have, like, their own group. They're just everywhere. I think it would be easier if they had, like, a meeting place or a leader or whatever, but they just seem to get their instructions from this devil, and they do what he says. He gives them power and shit in return.
That is a problem. I don't think anybody here. I kind of look at Lunara and Adriel. Just don't think anybody here can shield a city's minds from outside prying eyes.
That's a little above my pay grade.
Not my expertise.
I could do it, but I don't feel like it.
What about the kid?
She's still with your
Yeah, but I'm asking Adriel. Like, could Usmagarius do it?
I don't know the extent of her powers.
I'm gonna take that as a no. Okay, so we got no way to stop the proliferation of cultists in the city. That's not great news. Did
Do
we
we know if
learn
they
of
have any
any
kind of order?
plots? Did we learn of any plots in the palace? Because we got attacked leaving it today.
I know they're after something the princess has. But kind of after the princess too.
Hmm.
Maybe because of the thing she has. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Um,
that gives us some information that we can pass on, I guess.
Yeah.
I've also heard rumors that the king's concubine, his head concubine, is in on it too.
News gets around.
Do you know of any? Like, obviously, a concubine would normally jeopardize their position. So, what have they got on her? Do you know?
Okay. This is something I heard years ago. I don't know if it's true. I heard she had a lover in the city and she has a kid.
Uh-huh.
But like, I don't know. All I know is she was missing for a while. They found her. There were rumors. And if it's true that she had a child with another man, the Sheik would lose his fit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that gives us actionable information. I have an idea for that we could deal with tonight.
Okay.
I mean, otherwise, I mean, good work. We learned some information. Not a lot
Yep.
that we can do much with, I don't think.
I can tell you one
Other-
other thing. They're
Okay.
hunting for you guys.
Oh, well, I mean, that was pretty obvious when we got jumped leaving the palace, literally in the palace garden.
I think they're scared of you.
Good reason.
Yeah, I mean, we got two gods running around with us.
I just nod.
Yeah, I mean, I guess our only course of action is to move faster on getting rid of Calatharius before this place
Yeah,
becomes
before
an
things get
absolute
too
shithole.
deep.
Oh, by the way, the youngest prince likes to wager on chariot races.
Oh wait.
Yes way. He's also
Yes.
a real snobby asshole.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, that reminds me of something else I heard. I suppose that was probably fairly important. I should have told you. I've heard that he is potentially one of them.
Oh.
I knew it.
That complicates things a little bit. What I'm trying to say. What line of reasoning goes to that? What's the I don't know why my brain isn't
Apparently,
working presently.
I know someone who knows someone who knows someone who overheard them saying that he was helping with this whole kidnap the princess thing.
Interesting. That would having someone closer to the ground does make sense.
The easy way to get guard uniforms.
Yeah, very much so.
Yes, it absolutely can.
Yeah. Then I am going to roll some hit dice. Because, ow.
Oh yeah, you're still messed up, aren't you? I probably
Yes.
would have healed you a bit.
Okay. You're cool. I'm on like 8 out of 48, so.
She probably hands you her piece of meat. You look
Mm.
like you need this more than I do.
Jesus, just rolling
Ow.
great.
18. 18 plus 8 is 26.
That's 19 by my count.
Oh, 19, yeah, 27. Okay, and then I'll use 2 hit dice. Plus 4, plus 5, plus 9. 27 plus 9 is 36. Yeah, fuck it. Plus 5 is 41. Plus 1 more hit dice. 45. That'll do me.
Right. Well, like I said, I've got an idea for action that we can take before we turn in for the evening. Maybe we stick in the city for one more night.
Okay.
But otherwise, I don't know what direction everybody wants to go other than maybe leaving the city and going towards the next destination.
Happy to stick around if well for your plan. Happy to travel on later. That's fine with me.
Yeah, I have no signs that are showing me what to do right now. So
Okay. Well, in that case, Odal, keep your eyes open because chances are all that looking around has brought attention on you, and it's probably only a matter of time before somebody tries to kill you. So,
Oh, don't you worry. I've always got my eyes open.
I mean, I've seen you race chariots. I'm not sure that's entirely true.
I usually have my eyes open mostly.
And yeah, I guess we'll take our leave. My plan, once we leave, I will share the plan with the group, is I want to send a sending to the concubine and be like, your kid might be in danger. Help us help you.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's not like we can just go into the palace and be like, I want to talk to your head concubine. They're not going to allow
Yeah,
that. So
that's not a hope.
You get a 2-word response. Market tonight.
okay. I will share that information. I guess we have a meeting in the market. I don't know if we need to maybe disguise ourselves a bit.
I mean, do we really need to?
We're being hunted in the city is my concern. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you can only hide me so much, being
Mhm.
6 foot something, 6'8". Yeah, there's only so much hiding me. So maybe I will be the one who isn't hidden.
Okay. I can disguise self at will pretty much. So yeah, I'll be whatever. I'll just completely change my appearance.
Okay. So Lunar has changed her appearance. Magnus is undisguised. Adriel and Wei, are you guys doing anything in terms of disguising yourselves?
I really don't have anything to do besides wear my gore mask.
I think that makes you stand out a little bit more
Yeah.
even.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
What about you, Wei?
would you
I
be
don't
completely
think- I
against
don't think I
wearing
would
like
be
a
hide-
cloak?
I'm trying to figure out how he would feel about this anyway. I don't know.
I would beseech you, not for us, but for the person we're about to meet. They don't need any extra attention on them.
Give me one. I'm gonna. Okay, I agree. Not wear a cloak.
Okay, so Adriel's somewhat disguised. Wei, what about you?
Oh man, I don't know. I'm just gonna hang out. Magnus wants to give me the grand tour of the place about the third time. I got nothing else to do here. I don't live here. I'm not native.
No, are you disguising
Are you-
yourself?
Am I? No, hell no.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so Magnus' way will go undisguised.
Mhm.
It works
Okay.
better anyways, because that way our two ranged people are concealed somewhere while we draw
Yeah.
attention.
So the two of you that are disguised, do you kind of like hang back a little bit so that you're not obviously walking in a group?
Yeah.
And...
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the
Okay.
best. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to give Way advantage on initiative rolls
Cool.
with my
Thanks.
domain thing. So just keep that. There you go.
So as you guys are walking through the city, it is not long before you are in fact jumped. But by people who really just shouldn't be. They look like two refugees who just leap out and attack Magnus and Way. Obviously, they don't know the Lunar and Adriel are disguised. They leap out and attack you. We're not rolling initiative for this because they are so below your skill level that it is not worth it. These two people, they come out at you and like it's a male and a female, and like the male leaps at Magnus, the female leaps at Way, and like they've got like sticks that they are attacking you with. I kid you not, sticks. Not even clubs. Oh, I guess it wouldn't even be wood because it would be. They've taken a rock. They've picked up a rock off the ground. That's what they're hitting you with. And like he just like leaps at you, Magnus, and he's trying to like bash you on the head with this rock. And Way, like this woman, like just jumps onto your back, and she's like on your back, and she's just like clawing at you, like it's crazy. So I want you guys to kind of tell me, what do you do? How do you respond to this?
Want to go first, Magnus?
Sure. I think Magnus will. I mean, the guy will probably swing a rock at Magnus, and Magnus is just going to headbutt the rock so it shatters, and then
Awesome.
headbutt the guy in the head and knock him out.
Awesome. He goes crashing to the ground, just like, and you look at him, and he's just like this heap of rags on the ground. What about you, Way? You got this woman who's leapt onto your back, or attempted to leap onto your back, I guess.
I'm gonna see if I can grab one of her arms, get control of one of her arms. I'm gonna fucking judo hip toss her to the fucking ground.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean, like I said, you guys are so much more powerful than these people, and you're skilled fighters, and they clearly are not. You grab her arm, and you just... and she's lying on the ground, but she's still trying to get at you. Can you roll me, Way, an insight check?
May I say I want to go down with her to sort of like, pin her on the ground?
Yeah, pin her to the ground? Absolutely.
Yeah, and I say, please stop. Please stop. You're embarrassing yourself, love.
And she's like a vicious beast. Like she's clawing at you. And like almost to the point of like there's spittle coming out of her mouth, and like she's like lunging at you. Way, sorry, with that insight check, you realize that like she's like not all there.
Rabid.
Yes. And so you've got her pinned down, and she's clawing at you. So how are you responding?
I'll maneuver. This is a little bit of like jujitsu terms, but I'm essentially gonna maneuver around her to where I can get behind, get on back control, and then I'm gonna wrap my arm around the neck. I'm gonna lock it in, and I'm gonna say shh.
Just squeeze.
Hold armbar sleeper hold.
Not just put him in a rear naked choke. Just lock it in.
And she does.
Gently, I gently do it. I don't like.
Yeah. And she does. She just sort of like falls asleep, except it's not asleep. She's unconscious. And you've got these two people lying at your feet.
I mean, that seemed like possession by a devil to me. What about you?
Mhm.
Oh, me being naturally charming. But I've got to say,
Uh,
this is the first time that's happened to me in a while.
Magnus is just gonna scan the rooftops, make sure that there's nobody watching or about to jump down on us.
Sure, give me a perception check.
Can I assist him?
I don't think he needs it.
Oh, never mind.
Two good rolls so far this game.
So you see something flying away. It's in the sky, so you can't really get a gauge of how big it is. You've got no point of reference for it. But you can see it for quite a ways as it flies off, and it seems
When
to
I
be
s-
moving rather rapidly.
Sorry, when I see it, I just do a hand signal because I assume Lunara and Adriel probably have eyes on us. I do a
Mhm.
hand signal and a whistle, and I point up at where I see it flying.
So with it pointed out, you can all see it.
Okay. I look at it and probably send Quoth after it. If what am I seeing?
How fast can Quoth fly?
Quoth is 50, so 100 with a dash.
Okay.
Yep. What exactly
Um,
is it again? Sorry.
So you see this creature that's flying. I didn't really describe it. It sort of seems to have like feathered wings. But it doesn't quite look bird-like. Um, you see what look like arms and legs attached to it, but it does have like a bird face.
Interesting.
And I think it
Was
can.
was Magnus's signal when he did it to? Was it more like, "Hey, look," or was it like, "Hey, shoot that down"? Because I'll like.
No, it was like a hey look. It was a
'Cause-
whistle with like a twirl of my finger in the air and then
Okay,
point.
just want to make sure because yeah, you would for a second a little arc of electricity was on his finger. Yeah.
And Quoth cannot catch up to these creatures. They are flying faster than Quoth can.
Okay. I want to get Quoth as close as he can get to it and kind of watch through his eyes to get a better look at them. But that's, I guess, the
Yeah.
best I'll do.
I think by the time Quoth gets up there and gets to them, he's not able to see much more than you, other than to
Okay.
confirm they have arms and legs, but wings
Okay.
and a bird face. Any of you can roll me a history or nature check if you want to see if you can figure out what they are from that description.
Okay.
I'm bad at both those things.
I
Oops,
am.
rolled
I can do
9
history.
GM, but I got an 18.
You sure did. Nice roll.
19.
Okay, so Adriel and Lunara both know what they are, or if you've heard tell of these creatures. They seem to be Vrox.
Could we both say it?
Which
Can we, me and
Yeah, at the same
Lenora
time.
both say under our
Yeah.
breath? Yeah, Brock.
and for the purposes of this campaign, because there's lots of devils in it, Vrox are technically demons, but it is going to be a devil in this campaign, just so that
Okay.
we have more interesting enemies to fight.
Okay.
So it is a devil. They are not generally from this plane, obviously, and are known. I'll give you guys, because you've got such good rolls. They're known. They have a screech that they emit that can just befuddles the people who are hearing it, and often freezes them in place so that Vrox can attack them.
Okay.
They are not known, to your knowledge, of being able to mind control people.
Very specific. Interesting.
And I think at about this point, your two captives start to come to, and they're both sort of like grabbing at their heads and sort of saying, "What? Where are we? What happened? Why are we on the ground? Honey, are you
Took a
okay?"
bit of a tumble. Had maybe a little too much to drink. I think you guys need to go home.
I don't remember drinking.
That's how you know you drank too much.
Oh my god. And they're like, they're so confused, but they kind of buy it, probably just because they're so confused. And the two of them sort of get up and stumble off, presumably to go home.
Good choice. So, can I insight that like they definitely have no idea what just happened?
Sure, yeah.
Oh, not great.
I mean,
Curious.
they could be acting, but
Mhm.
you don't see anything that leads you to believe that they're deceiving you.
Okay.
Right. I think we've got a meeting to get to.
Okay, yeah.
Maybe have Quoth fly Overwatch
Yeah,
so
we
that
can do
doesn't
that.
happen again.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me think. We'll definitely, keep close on Overwatch. So that we are not, so that I can be a little bit more subtle. Lunara is actually going to cast invisibility on Quoth,
Okay,
so that he can be a
Cool.
more like subtle Overwatch.
sounds good. So we've got invisibility on Quoth. Lunara and Adriel, are you guys still hanging back when you go to this meeting, or are you going to sort of meet with everybody?
I think we hang back, put ourselves in different positions, stay like out of sight, so that we're the surprise they don't expect if there's an ambush.
Okay,
Yeah, I agree.
you agree? Alrighty.
And Quoth
The,
will be relatively close but invisible.
the
Okay.
woman I choked out, I kind of want to feel bad leaving her in the middle of the street. I want to try to like prop
She
her
got
up
up and
against the
walked
building.
away.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, they both
Oh.
came to and didn't have any recollection of attacking us. So
Yeah, so she's sort of tottered off home. She seems a little bit confused, but no worse for wear.
Very curious.
Okay, so
Off to the
you
market.
guys head to the market that night.
Yeah.
And it's sort of starting to get dusk. But the desert market goes during the night because, well, it's cooler. And so, yeah, you guys head on over to the market, and sure enough, you're not there very long when you do see the woman you're looking for. She's there and waiting for you, and she's sort of dressed in disguise, but she makes herself known to you. She's got like, you know, a cloak sort of covering her so that she's not recognizable, because there are some people here who would recognize her. And she sees, I guess, Way and Magnus. You guys are the ones approaching her.
yeah, I mean, imagine we're probably doing the whole like browse from
Yeah.
stall to stall, like picking up
Right.
produce kind of thing.
Yeah.
So when
Yeah.
our paths intersect, maybe we end up walking to the next stall together.
Okay.
Magnus is doing proper spy shit.
Mhm. Yeah, Lunara will be like watching from a distance, browsing a different stall, maybe with Quoth like on top of, like flying over the top, sort of thing.
Okay.
Invisible bird.
Invisible bird. And yeah, so she comes in her hooded cloak, and she says, well, you've got me here. You wanted to talk. What is it you want?
Well, honestly, we have a few questions for you, and we've learned a few things that look, it sounds like you're in a bad position and we kind of want to help, but it might be for selfish reasons.
Were we talking right now? Having this conversation?
I'm imagining like we're walking from one stall to the next, and it would be nice to get her to go somewhere quieter, but I don't know how open she is to that at the moment.
So she purposely chose the market because it was busy and she felt a bit safer. So she
Okay,
says,
in
I'm
public.
not going anywhere with you. Yeah, in public. I'm not going anywhere with you.
What? Can I, you?
Magnus,
I will walk away right now.
All right. You don't have to act that way.
Magnus is just gonna take a quick scan around, see if she has any tails or if we've picked up any tails.
Sure, go ahead and give me a perception. Oh my god, I couldn't remember the word.
Precipitation check.
Precipitation. Yes.
It is
Is it
not
raining? It is not raining. You don't see anyone. You don't see any tails. So far, so good.
Or on her.
Or on her.
It's D&D, she could.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just get down to brass tacks then. We've heard through the grapevine that perhaps you may have had relations with somebody outside of the palace. I'm not one to judge. I don't care, really. What I do care about is if you have a child and they are using that to blackmail you to try to kill the princess or kidnap the princess or in any way disrupt how things are in this city, that I care about.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who's the baby mama? Or daddy?
She's the mama.
I forget.
I know, it's hard because her picture's a male.
Who's the baby daddy? Just tell us. I like gossip.
I don't know what you're talking about. She clearly does. She also looks terrified.
Look, we didn't rat you out to the sheep. We could have easily. I could have pointed to you and been like, hey, she lured us towards an ambush and almost got us all killed. But we didn't.
Listen, love, you tried to get us killed, but we're forgiving. We're just trying to help. Right? If we really wanted your harm, would have killed you by now.
Not my life I'm worried about.
Yes, they...
Who has the kid? And do you know where?
And what does he do?
If there was a child, he would be safe right now. But they have hypothetically frightened and threatened him. And it doesn't matter where I hide him, they always find us.
Alright, don't cause a scene now.
And you see, like, she's shaking way, like she's just trembling like a leaf as you say that to her. And she's not crying, but like she's right there.
Is it may I place a hand on her shoulder? A comforting hand on her shoulder? Listen, love. We should probably ask this, Max. If there is a child, you know, I'm not saying that there is, but if there is one, do you possibly have anyone to take care of them? Defend?
If there was a child, he would be with his father.
meta question real quick. Do I
Yeah.
know how skilled martially my mentor might be?
Of course, yes. He can help. He can hold his own.
Okay, so in that case, hypothetically, if we had someone who would be willing to take both of them in, would you be more inclined to help us?
You could keep them safe.
Hypothetically, I know somebody who could give them a place to stay and perhaps a cover, a believable cover.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know. How do I know I can trust you?
Because we didn't rat you out the first chance we got. Because we've done nothing but
You-
try to save everybody in this city.
At this point, you receive a message from Lunara saying, we got 3 of those bird things approaching fast.
I'm going to take that message and probably just say, there's problems inbound. So think on it tonight and meet us at the Temple of Ilmater tomorrow if you decide to take us up on our offer.
Oh, and by the way, hypothetically, if before we leave, we can offer. Max, can your people offer passage out of here?
It's feasible.
You know, you love, probably be assailed, but small child, probably not. Hidden in a caravan outside. Now, it would be tragic to separate such a family, but they'll be safe.
You could get them out of here.
How far is Waterdeep from here?
Very.
Pretty far.
Magnus
the
would probably just look at you and go like, what the fuck's a water deep?
You don't know Waterdeep. Take it one day. Decent
Regardless, if
I
you
would
take us
never
up on
see
the
them
offer,
again.
meet us at the temple. And I'm just going to grab Way by the shoulder and start leading him away because we can't be seen with this.
I will message Adriel, actually, like, as this conversation's going on, I'll message Adriel with the same message, saying, like, we've got the bird guys coming.
Okay, I put down that same fruit and I get ready. I start to move over, I guess, with the rest of you guys. Or should I stay
As
right
she's
here?
away. Oh, sorry. Go ahead,
No,
Adriel.
no. Sorry, you can go.
Nope. Where are you going to position yourself?
Well, he just told us they're coming, so I'm assuming they're right here. So yeah, I'll be where I'm at.
Okay.
Looking up to see if I can see them.
As she scurries away, you all see the 3 Varrock as they approach. But seeing her movements, they wheel and start going for her.
Uh-oh.
Shit.
No, they don't. Let's deal with them quick.
Yep.
No, they don't.
Where is she?
Uh,
I can catch up to her in one go, if you'll let me.
Let's roll initiative and see.
Wait, don't forget you have
no,
advantage on your
guys.
initiative roll.
I'm really sorry, but this is where I have to go at 1:30.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were leaving early. Okay, we will pick up. Don't roll initiative. We will pick up here next week.
Oh, okay. I have already rolled
Alright.
my initiative.
I'm sorry that we have to end early. I mean, you guys can play without me if you guys know what my character
No.
does. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Also,
Um,
we're not resuming next week, are we?
I was gonna say I'm not here next week, so
Yeah.
Oh,
you're
that's right.
welcome to run Magnus. I trust you guys, but yeah, I won't be here.
No, we're not gonna run so we will run on I guess the 13th will be our next session. So we're gonna skip the
Good
next
Lord.
2 weeks. I know. We're gonna skip the next 2 weeks. We'll be back on the 13th and we will pick up then.
Okay.
Nick, I hope you took good notes because
I
I'm gonna
took
forget
a
everything.
note.
You
Me
take
too.
You always
notes
take
all the
notes.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
always take
thank you.
notes. I'm just teasing. All right.
Also,
Good to meet you guys.
have you noticed one of the things I've done with the session time on the Discord channel?
Yes, I
Section
love it.
is there. We go. Got it there. Got it updated now as well.
I really appreciate it. Actually, it's quite handy. I've been using it as a like an oh yeah.
All right, guys. Well, you guys
That
have
gives
a great day.
everybody. That'll give everybody 2 weeks to pick their magic items. So don't forget.
Yes. Yes.
Yes,
I need to
let's
pick
do
that.
that in the in here as well.
I have a question. Strictly
Anyone who is watching, thank you for watching, and join us in 2 weeks. What did she say? The 13th. Find out what happened. Have a good day.